So Fallout 4 got a new update. Depending on which system you are on, the update is going to vary in size. For PC users, it's going to be about 45 megabytes in size, while for console users, it's going to be quite a bit larger, since it includes all this new custom content that we just got. Before we dive into what exactly was added from this update, I do want to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, that with Dollar Shave Club. A lot of people associate razors and shaving with Dollar Shave Club, but in reality, they actually offer a lot more than that. On their online store, you can find options to satisfy pretty much all of your grooming needs, whether that be toothpaste, body wash, hairstyling products, or even just some things to make you smell better. Right now, by clicking on the link in the description, you can get Dollar Shave Club's Daily Essential Starter Set. This is going to include 3 versions of all the necessities. In your first box, you'll receive their shave butter, body wash, and One Wipe Charlie butt wipes, in addition to their executive razor. This is extremely premium and weighty, especially compared to a lot of the other razors out there. You get this first box and all these awesome things for only $5. You can find a link down below as to where you can get it, and even after the first box, if you want replacement razors, you can get it all for just a few bucks more a month. I've been personally using Dollar Shave Club for quite a few months now, and I could say that I highly recommend what they're bringing to the table. It's an awesome product at an amazing price. So the core of this new update for Fallout 4 is going to be new Creation Club content. Originally, when I previewed this last week, since I did share kind of a teaser as to what was coming, I was not impressed. I was wrong, and you're going to see why this is probably the best release in Creation Club thus far. So we saw the teasers last week, and that's what we got. 2 new things in Creation Club. When they do update this and update the game, it also does a few other things. First and foremost, for PC users, Fallout 4 script extender was broken. By the time you're watching this video, an update was likely released, so I would go look for that on their website. But in addition, we also see updates to the Fallout 4.ccc file. This is a file you're going to find on your system that contains the internal file names for all the different things you do see on Creation Club. So we do know at some future point in Creation Club, we're getting 2 new things, titled AS Shy as well as WS Shy. A lot of times you could actually fairly easily figure out what the file name is corresponding to. This time around, I truly have no idea. I might just be totally missing it. We do know that both of these are going to be created by Bethesda Game Studios, so Bethesda's internal developers. But either way, I am at a loss for what these correspond to. If you do have an idea, let me know in the comments down below. Then actually diving into what was released in Creation Club, the first thing that is a little bit cheaper at 300 credits is this Skyrim set. It's effectively going to add in a new helmet and a sword from Skyrim into Fallout 4. In order to actually get it, you're going to have to go on a fairly short quest. For me personally, it took 15 to 20 minutes, but of course that's going to depend on your level and what kind of equipment you do have. It was actually a pretty interesting one in the sense that you got a lot of backstory as to what was going on, what character was using this, and how he was an actor, and well, frankly, he was getting a little bit too into character. It's very detailed in the interactions and thought process of this person as well as his coworkers, and it honestly was fairly funny and memorable. The sword and helmet actually have legendary effects, so the sword's going to do more damage with each subsequent hit on the same target, while the helmet is actually going to give you +1 endurance and strength. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it's kind of cool, but it is very similar to what you see in Skyrim. I wouldn't even say it's higher quality or anything. Like, it might be, but it's not noticeably high quality for Fallout 4 or anything like that. And at the end of the day, in Fallout 4, after you complete the quest, you just have a legendary sword and helmet that does look a little bit different, but there's definitely a lot of other options out there. So we do have the Settlement Ambush Kit. This is one that when I actually saw in the preview, I trashed on. It sounded stupid to me and I just wasn't excited for it at all. Well then, lo and behold, I log on to see it costs 900 credits. That makes it literally the most expensive thing thus far in Creation Club, either for Skyrim or Fallout 4. When you actually get it in game, it's going to do a few different things. The first thing is add in a ton of new workshop items. There's no quest or anything like that. Just after downloading this, you will get access to everything. The new workshop items range from a shooting range to new fortifications, that being actual walls that you can place down. There's quite a few options in that category, and more kind of guard posts that you can assign settlers to. There's also sandbags, which, although there is a fully fledged mod that does that, are pretty cool, and I know some people have been wanting. Outside of that, there's a few other props you can place around your settlement, but nothing super memorable. The new workshop items were cool, but it just kind of seemed like a little extra added on. It wasn't really the core component of this mod. One of the new features and new functionality brought to the table with this is actual cameras you can place around your settlements. Basically, you place down this little monitor system and then cameras wired all up to power, and then at any settlement in the Commonwealth, as long as you have a monitor placed down, you can look through those cameras. This was kind of cool, I guess, for the first few minutes. One of the biggest downsides was in order to actually go into the camera, you had a load screen, which for me, like if I was standing in the settlement, in order to look at the camera that was 40 feet away, I had to go through a few second long load screen to get in and out of it. With a save like mine, load screens in Fallout 4 are particularly long, especially in open environments, so that made it so I would pretty much never use this in a practical way. Is it kind of cool to see things from a different perspective in the camera? Yeah, but it's something that I can already tell I'm not going to be really using in the future. So we move on to the last part of this mod, and that's going to be basically these two little bait devices you can place down. One's going to send out a fake distress signal and attract humanoids to your settlement, while the other one's going to be a bait and lure for animals. After you activate either of these, you're basically going to enter into a mini game with your settlement. Enemies are going to start spawning and attacking your settlement and coming in waves. After you clear the first wave, a second wave will appear that is slightly stronger, and so on and so forth. This is some of the most fun I've had through Fallout 4 in a long time, and I would say without a doubt this is the best thing in Creation Club right now. If you ever played a Horde mode or even the Call of Duty Zombies mode, this is going to be very similar to that, where basically enemies will just continuously spawn in wave after wave of increasing difficulty, trying to destroy your settlement. I think the most fun way to use this is to actually have a settlement with some fortifications. The enemies can destroy those and you'll be stuck having to repair them, or you might just run out of ammo like I did a few times. But I could already see myself dumping hours into this. It gives you a totally new purpose in the settlements that you did build up. Depending on how many turrets you do have placed down and settlers at guard posts, it almost feels like you're kind of watching a little tower defense game go on. For the distress signal, you're going to see a lot of humanoids again, like raiders and gunners, while at the other one you're actually going to have a wasteland creature mashup. So it'll start off with some low level things, but as you progress, things will get increasingly large and scarier. I would say without a doubt this ambush thing is worth the $9 or however much it costs in Creation Club credit. It is honestly a ton of fun. It's something I could see myself continuously coming back to as I create new settlements or on new playthroughs. And it's one of those things that I could see without a doubt giving me multiple hours of enjoyment in with Fallout 4. Either way, it's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I know some people don't particularly like sponsors, but it really helps me out with the channel. And Dollar Shave Club does have a genuinely good product. I use their razors every single day, as well as a lot of their other things. And I've recommended them to people just in general, not even as a sponsorship, because I like what they have. Either way, again, that's going to wrap it up for this one. As always, again, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.